This podcast is brought to you by 8848, a UK-based agency that delivers a vibrant mix of marketing, PR and creative communications.
Hello and welcome to Soak.com's first ever podcast with me, Dale Maycock. Today I'm joined by Naomi Cheney, virtual interior designer at online bathroom retailer Soak.com. We'll be gaining some expert advice from Naomi, who will be discussing bathroom trends for winter 2017, as well as what future trends are due to hit our homes early next year. We'll also look at some easy ways in which you can spruce up your bathroom in time for Christmas. Hi Naomi, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's no problem at all. Good to have you here. So if you could just tell us a little bit more about Soak.com to our listeners, that'd be great.
So we're an online bathroom realtor. We celebrated our first birthday as Soak.com in April this year. And we're really excited to be offering some really different, really funky bathrooms to you guys.
Excellent. So I thought it might just be worth us talking through some of the design trends that you're going to be seeing in 2017, 2018. I just wondered if you could talk through some of those and maybe give some of your advice and predictions on what you think might be appearing.
Yeah, I'd love to. I've got a couple of ideas of things that are coming up this autumn, winter. So this is going from now through till early next year. One of those looks we've named Midnight Jewel. I love this look. It's very kind of rich tones, lots of purples and teals, peacock blues, deep reds and emerald greens. These are kind of known as the jewel colours, which is why we've called it Midnight Jewel.
Yeah.
And then the materials and finishes are very polished metals, crystal kind of faceted glass, gemstones, iridescent shimmering effects.
So very luxurious then.
Really luxurious, really beautiful, really rich. And some of the ways these have been started to be introduced into bathroom trends, you'll see the copper taps and baths and things that have been introduced everywhere. And we've got a beautiful copper bath in our hotel collection range called Louis.
Yeah, I've seen that. That is really luxurious. It's very decadent.
It's massive as well.
Definitely get a couple of people in that bath, I think.
If that's what you want to do. And then we also have a really beautiful, in that same range, black sink unit called Antoinette. And it's got gorgeous copper handles on it and a fully moulded sink unit as well. And they've got some really big drawers so you can fit all your bits and bobs in there too. And that just really, the gold and the black really complement each other. If you wanted to go for something a bit more colourful, we have a peacock bath, and that's just part of our normal range. And that's beautiful as well, and that really brings in those jewel tones.
Excellent. And all of these are available on the Soak.com website, is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, if anyone wants to check those out, they can always go on the Soak.com website and have a look for themselves. Is there any other sort of upcoming trends or anything else you might think that might be happening next year?
Yeah, something else that I've been keeping my eye on is a very denim-y kind of look. So we've called this look Dreamy Denim.
Oh, interesting.
And it's got some lovely cool blues and natural woods and greys. And also we're starting to see a little bit of a shift from warmer metals in this kind of style to more cooler metals.
Yeah.
So you still get the warmer metals around, but this particular style is more about the cooler tones.
Yeah, so it's a real shift then.
Yeah, so this one, I'm seeing a lot of like cool brasses and brushed brasses. And then the materials and the finishes are a lot more matte effect, so it's much more calming, more kind of classic Scandinavian look.
Yeah.
Than not quite as luxurious, but still very kind of comforting feel to it.
Well, a little birdie has told us that you've recently launched your hotel collection. So I was wondering, could you just talk us through some of the inspiration behind the campaign and you know where that sort of started?
Well, the ideas have come from basically when you're on a holiday and you're in a beautiful hotel, being able to take part of that exciting experience home with you. And obviously with us doing bathrooms, our best way to do that is helping you take some of those beautiful bathrooms into your home. So these are really luxury bathrooms, but bringing them in at a more reasonable price range for everyday people.
I think one of the things as well with those sort of bathrooms, you know, when you're in hotels in other countries, that is one of the most exciting things, isn't it, about staying in one of those hotels, is to check out the bathroom and to see how different and how stylish it is. I think that is all part of that sort of hotel experience.
Yeah, definitely. Getting some inspiration and being able to really enjoy one of those big baths or a beautiful rainforest shower or something is all part of the experience.
I know you mentioned European cities, so is there any cities in particular that you think that there's this, taken inspiration from?
So we've got 3 different looks, and we tried to base each one on a different city. So our first one was called Urban Modernist, and we based that as a Berlin hotel room, kind of a city centre kind of feel, luxury apartment type room. So this is a bit more of a masculine look. It's quite industrial, but it's still got very much a sophisticated feel. It's got some warm walnuts finishes, and it's complemented with a black shower, black taps, and a black radiator.
Nice.
And there's also a really beautiful, one of my favourite pieces, a black towel ladder, and it's a matte black finish. And even though it's got an industrial feel, it's still very sleek and modern looking.
So something for the ultimate bachelor pad then?
Definitely.
Yeah. And then is there any other cities that are mentioned in the hotel collection?
Yeah, so our second one was a look we've called Everyday Eclectic, and this is based in Copenhagen. So my thinking behind this is that it's a bit more colourful, a bit more fun, but the products itself still have very traditional shapes. So we've got a Colosseum radiator, which is a very traditional shape, but in a beautiful sunshine yellow. That's
quite different, isn't it? That's quite a striking thing obviously to see a radiator with these coloured radiators coming.
Yeah, definitely. And then we also have a bathtub called Fleur, which is a traditional bathtub with some beautiful claw feet. The bath itself is dusty deep blue on the outside and still white on the inside. It's just the contrast of the traditional shapes with the more modern, funky colours.
Yes, these are really bold statements, bathrooms.
Yeah, it brings that eclectic mix together. And then what I've done with these products that our guys at the office have provided me with, I've done some really exciting things in pairing these bright coloured products with more geometric pattern and bold leafy prints to give it a really modern, really up-to-date feel.
I think we've seen, those sort of leafy prints and that sort of thing really come to fruition, haven't we, in the, this year?
Yeah, the Year of Greenery.
Year of Greenery, absolutely, that's right, yeah. And I know that you mentioned a sort of Parisian feel as well, so could you just give us a bit more information about that?
So the final look we looked at was the Modern Glamour, and that was based in Paris, and it's based on an idea of Art Deco and Art Nouveau, kind of bringing in golds and blacks and coppers, really kind of a luxurious feel, a romantic feel to it. So it's quite high polished finishes and just a little touch of luxury in your home.
That sort of decadent feel to your home, bringing that Parisian feel right to your bathroom, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely.
So finally, last question, Naomi. I just wanted to ask you, how can you make your bathroom cozier? Is there any sort of ways small changes people can make to their bathrooms to just make it feel a little bit more homey, especially in the winter time?
So I don't know if you heard about the Danish art of hygge.
Wow.
It's also, some people might know it as hygge, because it's spelt hygge, but I think it is said hygge. But it's basically, the idea is about making your home cozier, drawing in the dark nights and the cold winters that we get here in the UK, and as they do there in Denmark as well, and really making advantage of making things yourself, lighting some candles, having some soft, lush things around you to make you feel cosy. So I've had some ideas of what you could do in your bathroom to help this.
Yeah, we'd love to hear them.
So I would put down possibly some more floor mats or new ones that are nice and cosy under your toes. So if you do have to make a dash to the loo in the middle of the night, then you know you're not going to get a chill when you get back into bed. Adding some candles for a nice cosy bath time is a really cheap and easy way to bring that kind of coziness into your home.
Yeah, candles can create a really nice ambience, can't they? And you can get them from any sort of local shop, really.
Yeah. You could also bring in some plants, because part of hygge is bringing in the outside inside and appreciating it. Even though it's cold outside, you can still appreciate the nature. And then, like I was saying, part of it is also a bit of DIY. So we've got some ideas on some Pinterest boards as well for maybe you could make your own bath bombs for the bathroom. Amazing. Or making your own soaps. And I've also seen some really cool things where you can crochet your own face cloths and things like that. They're a bit more kind of rustic feeling to give that warmer feeling for your bathroom.
I think that really personalises your home as well, doesn't it?
Definitely.
If people are visiting your home, they can give you your own little personal stamp on your bathroom. How can you make your bathroom more winter-proof? Is there any sort of methods you can do to make sure you're all cosy for the winter, to make sure that your bathroom is ready to withstand the winter?
Well, I have a few tips I can give you. I would say definitely think about what radiator you have in the bathroom. If it's the radiator that was in there when you bought the house, if it's an older house, it might be worth thinking about putting something newer in, like a towel radiator. This would allow to get a nice spread of heat throughout the bathroom and also give you plenty of storage so your towels are nice and toasty. You could also think about adding some additional lighting or some alternative lighting. Rather than having something that's stark and white, have something that really brightens up your morning when you're getting up on those dark winter mornings. You could also think about, rather than it just being a light fitting, having a mirror with built-in lighting. And also we do a mirror that's called Lunar, which has the built-in light fitting but also an anti-fog glass. So as soon as you go out the shower, you can see yourself. You're not having to wipe it down all the time.
Not having to wait for the steam to evaporate so you can get in the bathroom mirror, basically.
And also it's got built-in Bluetooth, which means you could pop your tunes on in the morning to really get your day going and wake you up as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Another idea is a lot of our baths are actually acrylic, which means they're not cold to touch. So when you're filling up the bath, you're not wasting the energy of the hot water by just warming up the bath to begin with. And it just makes the bathroom a bit more efficient.
Yeah.
So that's something worth considering as well.
Absolutely.
And finally, a thermostatic shower would be really great if you're in a house that you often turn the shower on and it starts really cold. A thermostatic shower makes sure it adjusts so the hot and cold water levels are right, so when you turn it on, it's the right temperature straight away, so you're not having to get in and out of a cold shower.
Yeah, I think that's, if anyone else in the house uses the toilet or shower, sometimes that creates a horrible cold or boiling hot water temperature, doesn't it? So those thermostatic showers can really help combat that.
Yeah, definitely.
So how could you get ready for those extra Christmas guests that you've got coming or perhaps arriving towards Christmas time? Is there anything we can do to prepare for that?
Oh, who knows, hey? It's always a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, always.
Try and make
always
space for the in-laws.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a few things you probably might help you. Make sure you've got plenty of extra towels. And I find having these in baskets in the bathroom would mean that your guests feel comfortable enough to go and help themselves. Doesn't mean you have to go and do the awkward things of the shuffle in the morning in your dressing gown trying to find towels for everyone.
Yeah, that's a lovely touch.
And something else you might want to do if you want to give them a real impression of luxury in your home and feeling welcome is adding in things like really simple things like soap dispensers rather than having the plastic bottles on your sink. It just adds that bit of quality, gives them that hotel feel that we were talking about before. And we also do a beautiful range in ceramic, which is called Malta, in white and grey, which is really modern and sophisticated looking, and it's refillable. And then it comes with a matching toilet brush holder and toothbrush holder as well. So you get a full look there.
So you can complete that look with that then?
Yeah, definitely. And then also, if you have got someone staying a little bit longer, maybe it's your mother-in-law, you could put in an extra storage basket in the bathroom and they could use that to keep their things in when they're there. It would help them feel comfortable and feel at home. And it also give you a bit of peace of mind knowing that your bathroom's not covered in loose things, especially if you're a bit of a tidy freak like me.
I think it's all about, making guests feel at home over Christmas. So all of those points really can help people just relax in your home, enjoy their bathroom. And that's exactly what you want from a home bathroom, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think that's everything, Naomi. So again, thanks for coming in and joining us today. Just to our listeners, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, if you could just leave a review on iTunes and any sort of feedback you've got, that would be welcome and received. And that's it. Thanks very much, Naomi. Cheers.
Thank you very much for having me.
This podcast is brought to you by 8848, a UK-based agency that delivers a vibrant mix of marketing, PR and creative communications.